Red leather, yellow leather. Oh, such a good day of red leather, yellow leather.
Check. Red leather.
So much yellow leather. Not enough red leather.
Travis eats glue. Welcome everyone to Beer the Walking Dead. I'm Shorty.
And I'm Travis. We're going to break down your latest episode of Fear the Walking Dead tonight.
And continuing with our epidemic theme, we're actually going to break down a beer tonight that is a collaboration with Ghost Town Brewing in Oakland and Epidemic Ales in Concord.
Aptly named Armageddon. There's no better beer to drink.
Who knew?
To these last two episodes.
Who knew?
Yeah. And we didn't plan that out at all. We didn't plan that out.
No, not at all. Actually, I just went in and picked it.
Yep.
Because I like Ghost Town.
We're also going to break down episodes 15 and 16, well, mostly more 16, of Fear the Walking Dead tonight, which is entitled USS Pennsylvania and
The Beginning.
The Beginning.
Oh my God, I pulled that out of my ass.
Look at that, she got it, girl. Here's a good introduction.
Look at you, have your beers drank already.
That's how I roll,
Jesus.
girl. It's still half full.
Oh, dank.
Dank IPA. Let's get to the review. Here's the face.
All right, so Travis and I challenged each other because we need to speed this along. So we missed the last episode. Life just is, there's life. Life is really in the way right
After
now.
the pandemic, what's life after the pandemic?
Exactly. So we actually challenged each other to review the episode 16.
15.
15. God damn it, 15. The USS Pennsylvania in 3 sentences.
Yep. You go first.
How about we just go back and forth?
Sure.
Ready? Kill Dakota.
Strand is a cockroach.
Morgan's stupid.
Morgan thinks he can't die by zombies.
Kill Dakota.
Teddy? I love Teddy.
What? You love Teddy?
Yeah, I love him.
Don't stop it. All right, and now on to the beginning.
Yes.
Feel free to drop some comments because I know you're gonna love that review. Anyways, all right. So the beginning. So we're not going to be able to do the USS Pennsylvania justice, but they're obviously they make it onto the submarine finally, right? Then they're trying to thwart the mission, and they are unsuccessful in the worst way.
Not really. They stop multiple heads from going off. The one does get shot off, so multiple heads will go, but they definitely minimized what could have happened by a long shot.
Okay.
Glass half full over here.
So with that though, so the episode opens up with we see the mom that Morgan was helping
In the beginning of
when
the season
dude
6. Yep.
like I don't even know these people's names.
Season
I
6.
feel bad.
The
Anyways,
the family saved him.
Yeah, the pregnant woman.
Then Morgan helped them obviously give birth to their child.
Right.
Very full circle in this episode.
Yes.
And she has a dog that Morgan got from the first episode as well. And yeah, she has her baby.
so the mom's struggling, and she is not doing well. We didn't take tire changing 101. There's no AAA, unfortunately, in the zombie apocalypse. And so she's in a tragic accident. So she's compound fracture to whatever that bone is there on the leg. So
Sure.
compound fracture, and like she can't do anything. Like that's what worse could happen to this poor woman?
Yeah, it's a laceration, and when you see marrow, there's no tomorrow.
Tomorrow. So then she makes this drastic decision. So as a mom kind of fighting for the life of her child, like she is, she's actually walking, which we thought she can't walk on that, but whatever. But she's actually trying to make this happen. So she makes this terrible decision that she is going to sacrifice herself in order to save the life of her child.
Yeah.
So, and you said all moms in the zombie apocalypse were terrible. Come on now.
She didn't survive very well.
But she did that.
She couldn't change a
to
goddamn tire. So
I told you there's no AAA in the goddamn zombie apocalypse.
She has a baby strapped to her back, and she has her dog tied to her waist. And she tells her this awesome hound that we see in the beginning, please find people, you're going to find people. It's the end for me, but not for my baby. So she has herself in the stomach, and then she has the dog go find people. So as she dies, she can't get her baby because she tagged a gag in her mouth. She can't bite her baby, but the dog will pull her to people that can help her out.
And as a zombie, who cares whether or not you have bones sticking out of your legs?
And it breaks off, and we see basically after the missiles get launched from the sub, everyone's going their separate ways. Like Morgan says,
Like everyone, including Teddy, including
Yeah.
Riley, like Strand is out on his own, like Sherry and Dwight were already gone anyway. But yeah, everyone except for Grace is still up above.
Grace and Morgan stay back, and basically Morgan's trying to find some way to stop the works from going off, stop them splitting, and he basically gets on walkie-talkie and tells everyone that can hear him within a mile radius or miles radius, make these last minutes count. Like, we don't know where they're going to hit. We all might die. Please make this last minutes count mean something for you, because it's the last moment you're going to have.
Right. So from that, the story, the episode breaks off into just a series of kind of vignettes with
Yes.
with different
Small little
twosome
monikers.
singles
yeah.
or twosomes, I guess, going on. So, but every one of them is always based off of those last words that Morgan says.
You hear them on the walkie-talkie each time.
Right.
And it kind of like enforces what's happening for that small vignette.
And I like that. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yep.
Although confusing is really the timeline. Everything seems to happen like very quickly. Like all of a sudden these people are like miles away from each other.
Sure.
It feels like. So that seemed a little weird. A little. How's this going to happen?
Right.
So what's the first one that we see? The first one we see is what, Dakota and Teddy?
Dakota and Teddy driving away, right? To get to their first spot.
Right.
We see them talking to their car together, and they drive off.
Oh, and they're just like, oh, it's like a daddy-daughter relationship.
Very weird, very creepy, like we're Boy Scouts of America vibe. Sorry, like Uncle Touchy type stuff. Very awkward to me anyway to see that kind of stuff. It was kind of weird to hear their interactions. She obviously is looking for any kind of, she lost her mom, she lost everything that's around her, she has no morals anymore. And here's this old man who's actually very well at like manipulating people and making people follow him. She's very much enamored by him and what he's thinking.
Well, he accepts her.
He
with
tell-
whatever
yeah.
form that is.
He tells her he accepts her. He basically, he is
does.
whatever anyone needs, right? He is what you need, and that's what these people that have these parishes, these followers, what they do. They get in that last minute of the people what you need. He gets on that last nerve of what these people are die to have, and he literally plays with them and like puppets, like they're vignettes.
So that's one vignette. Another vignette is with Sherry and Dwight,
Yes.
who fucking stupid Sherry, Jesus Christ. So that one ends up being kind of sweet. What I thought though, I mean, I was actually laughing because Sherry's kind of like, oh, we should have had all this time together and all this crap, and I'm like, bitch, that's your fault. That's your fault. And she actually admits it, so that was cool. But they obviously didn't sweep the house well, because then the family actually the house that they find that they find is still in the household. It's a nice little family.
This whole season, Dwight's been trying to get back with Dwight's whole endeavor was to get back with Sherry. He found her. They had time together. He was in a bed with her together, and she had him pulled out and stripped out by her people, and basically toyed with this man. And then many times he's been on his knee trying to get her back, and she just toyed with his emotions every single time.
Him, I think 4 times.
And yeah.
Left him, I think.
And so he's on the back of her horse, and she's basically saying, we waste all this time. You can see Dwight's like, I will kill you. Like I'll turn around and I will stab you. Like, this is the 6th time is going to be your last time that you're going to do this shit to me. And then she owns up to it. She goes, you know what? It was me. And Dwight's like, thanks. Like, I don't have to kill you now.
She did. So the cool thing though, as this family comes out, there's kind of a draw a little bit, and then everyone kind of explains themselves why they're there. Come to find out, some of Teddy's people actually took over their bunker. So and now they left us here to die. So Dwight says, "Fuck it, I'll get it back for you." Right? So they figure out this plan.
Yeah.
And I feel bad that they left that horse outside, but whatever, it's fine. The horse is gonna die, no problem.
Yeah, having people that took over, having Teddy's people take over their bunker reminds me of like Mike Tyson's old theory. Like these people they'll die for him. They're gonna die for his cause. Like no, not really. Mike Tyson's whole thing was everyone has a plan until you get punched in the mouth, and you have to have a whole new plan. So as soon as people saw the missile go up, they go, oh, we're not doing this shit anymore. We're gonna be safe.
I was really wondering where you're going with that.
Mike
Tyson's plans. What is this all about?
They were all about helping Teddy out until they see the missile flap. Like, you know what?
Yeah,
we were dumb. Let's go get saved.
So what I like about this is I feel like going forward now in season 7 that Dwight and Sherry are definitely going to take on kind of a more Bonnie and Clyde vibe. So I think that's I might actually like their storyline going forward. So we'll see what happens with that. Anyway, they make it down. They clear the bunker. They make it down inside. That family is safe. Good. And then we move on to Strand, I guess, right?
No, we can go to we go Strand. That's fine. We'll do them all.
We'll bounce back to the vignettes. It's fine. They're cut so evenly you can actually bounce back pretty easily.
Strand rides up on a horse, right? A bunch of zombies everywhere. He goes to this 6-story office building. Looks like
I could not tell what it was.
It really looked to me like an old a courthouse building to me. Because I've been to a lot of courts. but maybe I just know what they look like.
Oh,
Like I can like,
really?
oh, I know where I found my paperwork.
Shackles.
Whatever.
That's how Travis goes to court. In an orange suit.
DLC, baby. So see, he rides up in there, and he's killing all the zombies left and right. He drops his horse off. He gets in there. Yeah.
And he makes it through a lot of damn zombies.
Yeah, he's left and right. He shoot him in the face. He's blocking him in, and he's walking down a corridor full of zombies. Like this guy's like if you don't know something's up there, like you're walking into a lot of shit, right? He walks into this aisle and he's killing zombies behind him, zombies in front of him. There's nowhere to go. He finds a way to go up here. Finds a way to go to the stairs. Goes up a stairwell. Goes into a floor, and that thing's there. Right, the top floor is like, oh my god, anyone here? And walks around, and he starts seeing some weird stuff everywhere.
It's like a museum upstairs.
Yes, absolutely.
Like a museum. So
curator
then
was up there.
Yeah, that's what I actually named him. I named him the curator. I still don't remember his name. So he actually has a gun to him. Strand puts his gun down, and they chat.
Yep.
They chat a minute.
Yep.
So, and boy, just when you actually think that Strand really can't get any worse, then he kind of goes and knocks it out of the park a little bit. So.
Yeah, it works out kind of very well. Everything always kind of comes
We thought
up.
he was gonna die for sure.
Everything comes up Strand always. So like in the beginning of the season, like
Heads or Strand. That's you want to go Strand.
in the beginning of like the whole like where the Fear the Walking Dead started, like Strand was like this very like well-to-do person. You know, he had a lot of money, a lot of clout. He walks in the upper circles of people. He knows how to talk. He knows multiple languages. He's very much like that guy that carries a little gravitas, right? The guy definitely has a little swagger with him. And so coming up there, like I'm sure he's obviously adapting what he's going to say to this person. Like, oh, he has art. I hear music playing. There's like some old like
the
music playing here. He definitely his wheelhouse of how he can act and maneuver for sure. And then he sees this guy, puts a gun to him. And Strand.
Even you're calling him Morgan now.
Morgan Strand basically tells this whole story about how what happened in episode 15, but he was Morgan, as he was the one that was going to be selfless and save the day.
It was really
very heart-touching.
I loved that the curator was like so as Strand's telling that story about the two souls, right? Kind of in this interaction, the curator kind of calls him out, like, which one were you? And the curator knows, like. Even curator's like, that wasn't you.
Yeah.
And then he actually says, oh, I'm Morgan. Oh, and we all said, so there's that.
Funny. And so the next couple we're talking about is it's Mo, and they're in Elsie's old like ATV car from her old police SWAT car. It's her. It's the rabbi. Daniel's there. They pick up Charlie and Colin. What's the guy's name? He has Riley. Roland has Riley, and they kind of meet up together to take off together, right? And so they get in the car, and Roland is driving, and he says, hey, let's go to this bunker. It's in a hotel. Basically, actively describing where Alicia's at right now, which very much is not Riley's way to give anyone what's going. Riley was going to die anyway, so why would this guy, who Riley's not even beat up at all, why would he give up all this information to Roland?
He wouldn't have done it.
Yeah, so it's very, very kind of speculative, and only Daniel catches this. Daniel's like, these things don't make sense.
And they're relying on Daniel for a couple things now. So Daniel had overheard something on the walkie about coordinates. So they're questioning that. So now they have two paths that they can take. They can either follow Daniel's coordinates, which he has been not super reliable. So I'm just going to say that. So whatever's going on with him, not super reliable. Or they can actually trust Riley.
Right.
So in the beginning, they actually they go with Riley. They can't trust Daniel because there's some shit that happened with him. So they don't trust him. They go with Riley's coordinates. Brakes blow out oddly. You know what I thought it was going to be? Because they were running over the zombies. I thought, oh my God.
They're stuck in the car again.
If there's another fucking car breakdown because of the zombie, I'm about to lose my shit. Thank God that didn't happen.
So if they're driving anyways, why? I mean, your air brakes are out. I mean, don't use the fucking brakes. You're gassing all the way anyways. Why would you worry about it, right? That's what I'm worried about. Like, why brakes are out? Don't fucking matter. This train ain't stopping anyways. Like I was like, what the fuck are you even stopping? Like whatever. But they get out and Mo's we're gonna change the air brakes on the fly. So Mo goes down to scissors, start welding these things out. And while they're doing this, some things play out. So Roland's out there and they're all kind of killing some zombies. Charlie has a gun on Riley, so he can't get out. And as they're killing zombies off. Roland says something very awkward, something that Teddy said in the car. So Daniel asks Teddy, like, why should we believe you? Well, Rollins is driving the police ATV. Teddy goes, don't worry, I want you to see that our plan's going to work, that we're all going to rise like a phoenix. And Daniel's just soaking the shit up, right? Because Daniel wants to go where he wants to go, but he's like soaking up, like, why should we not listen to them, right? So here's this term, which we've heard many times from Teddy and him before. outside the car, right? As they're outside the car and they kill some zombies, as Mo fixes the brakes, they go back in. Rollins, as he gets done, looks around, kills, as the zombies are all done, says, okay, he's all just like a phoenix. And then fucking Daniel puts 2 and 2 and 3 and 3 and 4 to 4 together and starts talking to
so he gets out the truck. He tells I'm sorry, I don't remember the little girl's name.
But the Spanish girl.
Yeah, he says like keep an eye on him, on Riley. He gets out the truck and like follows Rollin around, and then.
Well, hear Rollin say that and talk to the other girl in Spanish, so Rollin can understand him. He said, "Give me your gun," and she's like, "What?" Right. He's like, "Give me your gun," and the Rollin's doesn't know what they're talking about.
And she's got to be like, I don't know if that's a good idea.
Yeah, and she
hesitates for a sec, but
she gave Daniel the gun, and Daniel shot the guy right in the face immediately.
Right, and then everyone's kind of freaking out. Like everybody's freaking out, and he's like, "No, they're together. Like that dude is totally with them." And so, also, almost within seconds for the most part, another gunshot goes off, so the girl actually kills
Riley got up to get the gun.
Right. Well, it doesn't kill him at that point, but I guess shoots him anyway.
Yeah, Riley got up to get the gun, and Mo says, Charlie says he went to get a gun. And then
Danny was going to go all cartel on him.
Yeah, Charlie's
he was going to do, and then he did. Like, somebody pulled him off. I don't remember who pulled him off, but whatever.
So they all get back in the car, and then they decide, you know what, what I forget her name is. It was
Lucia.
She goes,
Lucia trusts him.
We have to trust him now because he already
he had good instincts. He figured that shit out, and now we're gonna trust him. Is that good?
Perfect.
Okay.
They weren't coming out anyways.
I speak fluent Travis.
And so then they drove off, and they didn't want to go to the coordinates. And she rode off to Mo, and Mo drove the car right to the coordinates.
So they did, and then of course there's nothing there, and they're walking around, and we're not feeling too warm and fuzzy.
Daniel.
Poor Daniel. But then we hear the so helicopter comes and saves the day, and we don't know who the pilot is, but on the walkie, pilot's kind of holding the walkie out. Don't even look at my pilot. Right. So it's Beer Lady, and she's telling them kind of what to do, basically, for the most part. So they get rescued.
So then they're gone, and so then we go back to I guess one of the last.
Let's go back to. Sorry, the episode was jumpy too.
So
let's go back to Teddy and Dory and June.
So Teddy brings Dakota to a bunker he has hidden. Right, so even though they're all going to die,
we don't know about this bunker yet.
Teddy's driving to a bunker, right? So like he wasn't going to die like he told everybody he was going to die. He wanted all his people to die. Teddy had plans. Teddy had a nice fallout shelter.
I'm gonna live and I'm gonna get me some Alicia. But that's what Teddy was thinking.
But very oddly, Teddy has a bunker very, very close to where the missile hits. So close, the fact that if you're up on ground, you'll be toasted and fried.
So the situation with Dory. So Dory first comes out of the car. He's trying to talk Dakota off the ledge, right? Or trying to convince her that he's forgiven her. Oh my God! And I was just like, fucking shoot her, just fucking shoot her. I don't know how many episodes I got to say shoot Dakota, but apparently now we're done. We're done, thank God. Anyways, so as Dory is trying to talk her off a ledge. Dakota's actually got a gun. I don't know who gives this child a gun, but stupidly this child still
always had a gun.
She still has a fucking gun. So anyway, she actually goes to shoot Dory, Senior, and June, who is apparently an epic shot.
Yes. Dory taught her.
Yeah.
Junior.
So shoots the gun out of her hand, and we're so far saved. But during that time, so this is how they found out about the bunker. So the gun, was it the gun that hit the ground? I don't remember what hit the ground. Anyway, something hit the ground, and Dory Senior was like, "What the fuck is on the ground?" And that's when he finds the bunker. And so now Dakota's like, "Oh my God, I've been lied to again. I'm so sad.
I need my boyfriend." Yeah, so they're gonna go in the bunker. They keep giving her every chance to redeem herself, but she doesn't want to be redeemed. She wants to be herself. She wants to be a piece of shit. She wants to die a piece of shit. They kill Teddy, and then they go in the bunker.
Well, she kills Teddy. That's the important part. She like actually figures out. She actually says like she finally grew a brain and actually figured it out that no, he was in it all for him this entire time.
Yes, and it was all basically that he needed her for later on to turn the missile out keys because they needed 2 people to do it. So Teddy needed her because it was the last person that was on him. It was grooming her to be the next Riley, and then if she basically put the two together. shot Teddy, they were gonna go under, and Riley's like, or Dakota's like, you know what? Like, I don't care. Like, you know what? If we're all gonna die up here, I need to watch what's gonna happen. And they're like, fuck you, Dakota. Time for Dakota to die.
Yeah. So Dakota, like, she takes them. She finally does the right thing. Shoots Teddy. They're still fucking trying to save her. I don't fucking goddamn know why.
She's a kid. She's a child.
Ooh, the kid. She's killed people.
Rosemary's Baby has to die for sure.
She's terrible. She's horrible. Like, such a good little actress too, because man, you hate her.
Yeah, she fucking killed it this season. She really killed it.
She was great. The whole shaky sidearm, firearm. Anyway, so they tried to kiss her again. She's like, no, because that's how she is. So they go down the bunker, and then she gets annihilated. That was a great death.
Yes.
It was great.
We've been begging for her to die since like episode 6. I mean, we get to see her, our arms out, like in Blaze of Glory, just get toasted. And we see the ashes of her standing in the blowback. She falls away. Like it was amazing and so satisfying to actually watch her die. Watch her fry and die.
And the other really poignant thing that she did though is so she killed Teddy basically so that he couldn't see that.
Yes.
Which I thought was great. Okay, I'm like, all right, you have one tiny ounce of redemption. That's it. All right. So let's jump to Strand. So because the bomb went off, right?
Yes.
So now the bomb went off. So let's jump to Strand.
So,
go ahead.
So Strand's watching where this is going to hit. Standing by the person he just met, the curator next to him, and they're watching. And they're in all this building behind glass, 2 feet from the glass. I mean, you think at this point, if it's going to rush and hit you, you should probably get somewhere behind some concrete where you're going to have the blowback to hit you.
They were willing to accept it. Like, they figured they were going to be goners, right? Yeah. And I mean, that dude is smart, right? That curator dude is smart. So I'm sure he just thought they were going to get annihilated anyway, so it doesn't matter. But
so they watch it hit. You see the flash of light, and the air comes back, but it doesn't come close enough to even hit the building they're in. The glass doesn't even rumble. So Victor's like, I've done it again. Victor stranded my way out of this again. Like,
out of everything that we didn't need is for Victor to feel like more empowered.
And at this point, he turns around to the curator and tells him the whole thing. Like, I'm the piece of shit.
Right.
I'm the guy that fucked the world over. I could have stopped all of this, and I chose not to. Because at this point, Victor's like, you ain't gonna do shit to me anyway. Like,
I really thought he was gonna kill the
it's not over,
dude. I don't think so. I think he actually respects this guy. Like he talked about like we can now bring art to the world. Like so you figure he's trying to be the next leader, right? Kind of in a way. So it's like, nah. All right. So that vignette done.
Morgan's vignette. So the one.
This was the stupidest. Like they should have been annihilated. Like number one. I would have just kept my happy ass. Like there's a bomb we know is gonna come. They hear the baby. They go rescue the baby. I'm getting back in the fucking sub. That to me feels like the safest place at least for me to go.
There's a lot of zombies walking around there too. There's a lot of zombies walking around. A ton of them walking around.
Yeah, but no, I'm gonna just run and hide underneath a truck. And by the way, they didn't even bother to save the dog. I thought that was pretty fucked up. But whatever.
Yeah.
Poor dog.
So they see one walk up with a kid in her back, and the dog pulled her. And then so Morgan with his woman, they decide that they're gonna kill themselves. She goes, I've seen what happens with the fallout. She goes, I don't want to live around like that. It's not gonna be worth it. Let's just kill ourselves. And so Morgan puts a gun through his head to her head. That way they can kill both of them with one shot, right? I think he probably should have killed her first than himself, but whatever. And she goes, I hear the baby. I hear the baby. And it's not her. They don't hear Athena. They hear the baby of the woman outside. Right. And so they come outside like to save this child.
So then I already said all this stuff. So bomb is coming. They hear it, and let's just hide underneath this truck, and we'll be fine.
Yeah.
So fucking stupid. Again, don't save the dog. Hey. Like you couldn't whistle the dog over to you? Come on now.
Well, very sci-fi channel. They see the blast coming and they go, oh, the wind's coming. We should hide right now. So they're out running the wind of the nuclear fallout to go behind the bunker, to go behind the tanker, to go underneath the truck, and then at the time they're in the ground, then rumbles past them. Which oh my god! At the point you see something coming at you, it's already way too late.
Yeah, it's really. And then a zombie made it through too. So that was like, and then I was even like, oh, this is almost painful at this point.
Yeah, so there will be a season 7, yes. which is awesome, and we have to deal with the nuclear fallout of zombies. And very interesting is the Walking Dead's coming back, and so it's beyond The Walking Dead, which all have not caught up here yet because
Oh my God.
if the Dukes went off and
Nobody
no one's
needs
seen
to
them
watch
yet,
that show.
this show is now the first in the timeline. So we're going to see this fallout in the other seasons of those shows.
So to recap, so who do we have alive? So we have Strand and the Curator alive. Dory and June are alive. Daryl and Sherry are alive.
They're all alive.
In the new family.
Yep.
Morgan and Grace and baby. Not the dog. Fuck you.
Only Dakota,
Not the
Teddy,
dog.
Riley, and Rollins died.
But we also don't know what happened or how far away that Morgan's camp. We still don't have a name for that
the
place.
reservoir.
Yeah,
we don't have that
we
place.
still don't have a name for that place.
I mean, the reservoir is a good place.
And everyone that made it in the helicopter, we assume is fine, even though they shouldn't be.
Well, it's Arnold Schwarzenegger thing. You get to the chopper, you all survive. Get to the chopper, we will all survive. So they're all alive because they got to a chopper.
Remember that, y'all. Get to the chopper.
Good review, sister.
Chopper. You drink all your beer already. How did that even happen?
I'm a big boy. Ready.
We might be ready. I had to burp. I have to burp.
Again, all this season, epically, we've been using Epidemic Ales for all of our beers for Beer the Walking Dead. And they all just go amazingly with the themes of the show. They're all very much about zombies and dead and Armageddon. It works out perfectly. They have amazing beers there. They're here in Concord, California.
Also appropriate, this is a collaboration with Ghost Town Brewing.
From Oakland.
Which in Texas is now Ghost Town with our storyline.
So Oaktown. This beer is called Armageddon. Shorty brought it here for us. It's a West Coast IPA. It's amazing. It's a 6.9%, so it's kind of low on the alcohol standards, but 83 IBU, which makes sense. West Coast IPAs are usually a little more bitter. So how'd you like the beer?
This has a little citrus in it, some pine for sure. Again, I have to preface this. I am not an IPA fan at all. The dankier it gets, the more I'm probably not gonna like it. I don't hate it. I have to preface. Epidemic is one of my favorite breweries of all time, and I actually love Ghost Town. I drank Ghost Town beers first at a brew fest, and then I kind of stalked them a little bit. Ghost Town makes really good beers too, so I really wanted to try this and support both of them. So I could see this is the best case scenario. I can see why people would love this beer.
Sure.
If you're into a West Coast IPA, you will love this beer. It's everything that you want out of a West Coast IPA.
I always put West Coast IPA as piney, just very citrusy, very piney, like very West Coast piney, not sweet, not hazy at all, very to the point, usually high alcohol. I'm actually a little disappointed the alcohol wasn't higher. 6.9 is okay, it's not too bad. The flavor was great.
Travis want to get drunk.
Yeah, if I'm gonna drink, I'm a cocktail guy, whiskey guy. So if I'm drinking beer, you gotta be up there, right? I want it sour, I want it hazy, I want this shit full of alcohol because I want to drink a lot of them. I got dancing to do, and people to talk to, and all kinds of things that I'm not done doing yet. So, but this is if you like West Coast IPAs, if you like this, like citrusy and piney, this is exactly what you're looking for in a West Coast IPA. Almost 7%, you can't beat that. I mean, obviously it's double regular beer, which is good. But also, the can's great. And if you go to Epidemic Ales here in Concord, California, it'll be on Nitro, which is pretty slick too. And Bishop Beer tastes a lot better on tap.
And California's open, so go patron the shit out of your favorite local brewery. And I can't say this enough. We don't have to buy food anymore to go with your beer now. But still support those food trucks. Without those food trucks, our breweries may not have made it. So still, I don't care. Go with an empty stomach. Get some food from that food truck that's there too. So, but definitely still continue to support local.
Yep, and then as things are open, honestly, still use your right mind. Still socially distance. I'm still gonna wear my mask for this whole thing, even though I'm fully vaccinated and have been since December. I'll make sure that everybody that if I can still catch it. I can still get someone that doesn't have a mask on. So I'm gonna wear my mask to make sure that I don't get somebody else.
Respect the people's wishes. That's
Absolutely.
all. Just respect the people's
wishes. Be comfortable, feel comfortable. If you're in some place, I was already not a big fan of crowded places anyway. So honestly, if it's crowded, I'm still not gonna be there. Socially distance, have a good time, and be respectful of others, and let's keep everyone safe. We see light in the tunnel, but we're not through it yet. So let's all protect each other, and let's make this go through.
And be kind to your local restaurants, businesses, bars, breweries, all that stuff. We've been not normal for a long time, so just be really patient, be really kind, be really understanding, and just support local.
Yep.
Other things, happy Pride. What else are we gonna miss? So this is it for a minute, right? This was our finale. Walking Dead doesn't come back till August.
Oh yeah, early August. Yep.
So you guys get a hiatus for us for a while. We'll see We'll see what content we could scrape up. Oh, plus we haven't posted for a long time, so we'll have some content for you.
There you go. This episode will probably be in June.
So yeah, exactly. So happy Pride, happy 4th of July. What else? What else do we got coming up? Happy Father's Day for all the Travis. Happy Father's Day.
Thank you very much.
Cameraman Paul, producer Paul. Happy Father's Day. I do want to say, I'm going to try not to cry when I say this. RIP to Tim, to Vivian. Like, I lost a lot of great people over the last couple weeks. So rest in peace, everybody.
Yep, absolutely. And again, like I said, support local. We're here again always at Junction Brewery and Grill in American Canyon, California. And I was here. We just got under the hours of karaoke night. So we were expecting.
There was no cats in the background. It was shocking.
I bought a ton of wings today. I must have bought a flock of chickens tonight.
A flock of chickens.
It was totally worth it. And I loved being out finally.
You know what we had that was different? We had the flatbread. We had a flatbread tonight.
You ever had them before?
It was delicious.
They're not bad. They do a great job.
It was so good. We had a.
What at the bottom?
We had a Parmesan truffle aioli.
Oh yeah.
Something.
All those words sound awesome.
It was delicious.
Black
and then
truffle.
I also went back to my pork belly bites because I love them so much.
You got to.
There's that. But food's great. And again, support local.
Yep. All right, guys. Love you guys, and we'll see you guys soon with Walking Dead with some new whiskeys and Shorty hating every drink of it, and we'll have a good time.
Oh wait. And did you mail stuff out? I'm gonna put you on the spot.
Yeah, absolutely did. No,
okay.
I did not,
I don't want any more angry messages on our YouTube channel. We mailed the shit out.
I did not mail stuff out because I found it was cheaper to send it to you directly from Amazon. So I sent you directly from Amazon.
Oh.
It's not coming from me. So you're gonna get my stickers, but I'm gonna give you guys elbow bumps, and your shit is coming to the mail through Amazon. It's just easier and cheaper, guys. I'm gonna keep my shit, get your own shit.